Welcome back. In our last tutorial, we learned how to create a prediction. Today we'll explore how to turn that prediction into an actionable trading strategy. Just like with predictions, there are two ways to create your first strategy. You can click the Create Strategy button from your Strategies card in your dashboard, or navigate to the Strategies page and click the Create Strategy button in the top right. When you open the strategy creation form, you'll notice it's initially disabled. That is because we first need to select a prediction. After all, your strategy needs to be based on something. Let's select our Nexo token prediction from earlier. Now, let's explore the key parameters that shape your strategy. The first adjustable parameter is the risk tolerance slider. This tells our algorithm how much risk you want to take with your trades. With low risk tolerance, the algorithm recommends selling earlier to secure profits. As you increase the risk tolerance, the output strategies will shift toward holding on for higher prices. We'll see this in action shortly, so let's move on to the next slider, which is the execution pace slider. This determines how quickly you want to execute your trading actions. With a low pace, you'll sell smaller amounts, around 2 to 3% of your holdings at each action point. Increasing the pace may lead our algorithm to prefer larger, more concentrated trading actions. Below the pace slider, you can also see the wisdom of the crowds option. We'll cover this in detail later when we create a different strategy using a prediction that's eligible for this feature. Finally, there's the position size parameter. While optional, this helps translate percentage-based actions into exact trading amounts. For sell strategies, enter the number of coins or tokens you plan to sell. For buy strategies, enter your investment budget in dollars. The algorithm works fine without this information. It'll simply show you percentages to trade at each point. For this demonstration, I'll enter 10,000 Nexo tokens so you can see how the system calculates specific trading quantities. Let's start with low risk tolerance and a medium execution pace. Click Calculate Strategy and give it a moment to calculate. What you're seeing now is your complete strategy visualization. Each dot represents a trading action. For example, here we need to sell 200 Nexo tokens at $2.56, another 200 at $3.05, and so on. The cumulative line shows your total tokens sold, reaching 100% by the end. Notice those vertical dashed lines. Each line represents a price point from your prediction: baseline, pessimistic, and so on. Importantly, see how no actions are recommended before your baseline price or after your highest bound price. For strategies that use wisdom of the crowd, that may no longer be the case, as the crowd might think lower or higher prices are more probable. We will see it shortly when we create a strategy for an asset that is eligible for this add-on. One powerful feature of Kollit is the Scenario Browser. This tool shows you how your strategy plays out under different scenarios. For instance, if the price reaches $9, our optimistic target, you can see your average execution price, the number of trades required, the percentage of your position sold, and your total profits. You can browse through all of the different scenarios to get a feel of this strategy, and if it suits you and your needs. Now let's experiment with higher risk tolerance. I think I will try bumping the risk up to 80%. Hit Calculate again, and wait. Notice how the trading actions shift: fewer early sales and more actions at higher prices. This means holding more tokens for potential moonshot scenarios, though they're less likely to occur. This is what it means to prefer risk in out context, willing to risk current gains for the possibility of larger ones in the future. Moving on, now let's adjust the execution pace. With a higher pace, you'll see larger, more concentrated trading actions. Fewer trades, but bigger sizes at each point. I think we can do 80% for this one as well here, and calculate again. Now that we understand how each parameter affects our strategy, let's set it to something balanced. I'll set the execution pace to 30% and the risk tolerance to 40%. Calculate one final time. And while it does, here's a helpful tip. Don't feel pressured to get it perfect on the first try. You can recalculate your strategy as many times as you need, testing different combinations until you find the perfect fit. It doesn't cost tokens, and it's completely free. This looks good. We start selling early but gradually. By our neutral price target, we've sold about 50% of our holdings, which aligns well with our risk tolerance. If we believe this price has a 50% chance of occurring, it makes sense to have sold half our position by then. Now let me introduce you to one of our most powerful features, the wisdom of the crowd feature. To demonstrate this, we'll use a polka dot prediction we created earlier. I purposely made this prediction a bit extreme, which will help us perfectly showcase how collective market intelligence can help balance our outlook and potentially protect us from overly optimistic or pessimistic predictions. Notice that for this prediction, the wisdom of the crowd option is available. This powerful feature combines your market view with the collective intelligence of all verified users who have active predictions for this asset in a perfect 50-50 blend. To maintain objectivity, all contributing predictions remain completely anonymous. You won't see individual predictions as well as the aggregated one. This prevents any bias in your decision-making. To activate this feature, simply check the box and purchase it with your tokens in the popover. Here's something crucial to understand. When you buy Wisdom of the Crowd, it attaches to your prediction, not your strategy. This means you can create and recreate strategies using this enhanced prediction as many times as you want without additional costs. However, keep in mind that if you decide to extend your prediction's time frame later, it'll cost twice as much since you're extending both your prediction and the crowd wisdom component. Notice how the trading ranges now extend slightly beyond your original price lines. That's the crowd wisdom influence at work. You can experiment with different risk levels and execution paces just like before. When you feel you found your strategy, hit save. Before we wrap up, remember that you can delete strategies without affecting their underlying predictions. Simply click the menu at the top right corner, click delete, and again, and done. In our next tutorial, we'll explore the practical side of strategy management, from tracking your progress to executing trades. We'll show you exactly how to stay on top of your Kollit strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the final video of this series.